Niagara Falls Police respond to several calls a day at the Seneca Niagara Casino, but the police chief says they're doing it for free. News 4's Angela Cristoforos explains why authorities are calling for a change. Angela?
Christy, Chief Dalporto tells me they respond to up to 10 calls a day, from larcenies to violent felonies. But because the casino is on sovereign land, the Seneca Nation doesn't pay property taxes. Chief Brian Dalporto says it's unfair to the taxpayers in the city, and he says it's been that way for the past 3 years, since an arrangement the casino had with state police ended. Dalporto says the casino is like its own self-contained city, and he says that the department would need at least a dozen officers at the casino every day, 7 days a week, to accommodate all the calls. He says there's enough officers to respond to those calls, but when they're at the casino, it leaves other areas of the Cataract City unprotected.
An average police call on the best scenario is probably about an hour, depending on what type of paperwork, maybe 2 hours. So it's extending an awful lot of manpower, an awful lot of hours of the officers, and quite frankly, it's leaving us in a position where the rest of the city is going unprotected in terms of police patrol because they're tied up at the casino.
The Seneca Nation says the state receives a significant amount of revenue sharing from them, and says the state is required to pay a percentage to the city of Niagara Falls for costs such as public safety. The Seneca Nation says it has no role in deciding how the state and city allocates the funding. Live in the studio, Angela Cristoforos, News 4 at 4.